Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Cold Steel 2. We were busy saying our goodbyes to everyone around town before heading off to our next mission location, which is Legram. So let's continue on. We already did our own house and the store, so the rest should still be up for debate. So let's go. Oh, we finally got the cable car running again. Phew, there's one problem solved. Life is about to get a whole lot easier around here. You're off to find the rest of your classmates, right? Good luck! I hope you manage to find the rest of your classmates. Good luck, I'll be rooting for you. Thanks, Luke. Very much appreciated. This is the cable car station that connects Ymir with the bottom of the mountain. I don't need to use it now. Definitely not. And the snowboarding should be okay as well, because we already made that course. I'll be continuing the repairs to the open-air hot springs today. It should be ready to be used again before long. I hope you're ready for a good soak once that time comes. Oh, I am more than ready, because I'm really sure if we get the last of our classmates back, we're gonna have a nice good old soak with the entirety of the class. I think, yeah. Please, take care everyone. I hope you will be able to find some sort of clue as to Lady Elise and Princess Elvin's whereabouts during your trip. Oh, we always hope that, but it's a secondary objective. I shouldn't disturb them so early in the morning. I shouldn't, but I could. Hey, what's up, Kiki? I just woke up, but I'm still tired. Well, you were out playing in the snow all day yesterday. You don't have to be up just yet, so go on back to bed. Carry me back then. Alright. She comes across as kinda precocious at times, but she still wants to be spoiled like a kid, really. Not that I mind. Kids her age deserve to be spoiled. Mornings and evenings when she's kinda sleepy are when she looks to be spoiled the most, I found. Well, anyway, I best get her back to bed. Yeah, you go do that. She sure there's nothing new? Absolutely not. Nothing to exchange. Alright, see if anybody else is still in their rooms. Nope, Annabelle is already on her fishing trip, I'm sure. I wonder if we're not allowed to go to the rooms again. Because then I know why it is. Yeah, it's because it was in the morning. We had to do it the last time as well, but I didn't make that connection. I thought, why can't we go up there? There is nobody. Yeah, I got no reason to head up to the second floor right now. Best to turn back. Ah, you'll be traveling to the Cruisin province, yes? Those Jaegers were sent here by its ruling lord. I can't say I think too well of him or his province at the moment. Do take care if you must go there. I want nothing more than to see you return from there safe and sound. So do we. Oh, Purple's been working here for years, so she's a real veteran now. I'm so envious. Not just because of that though. That's ridiculous. I wish my boobs were as big as her. I just need more time. Give me a few more years and I'm sure I'll be able to close the gap. You're with me on this, right, Rean? Well, are you? Brilliant response of Alyssa. I don't think there's a good way to answer this, so I'm going to stay silent. What a pleasant spectacle. Yeah, the combination of Alyssa and Sharon, perfect. Purple's really embarrassed about how big her breasts are, so she binds them, but trust me, they're big. Why couldn't I have taken after her? Life's so unfair. Did you notice that Rean was staring at her breast as she was saying that? I can't say it's her own fault, because she was focusing the discussion on it, but still. Oh. Walk towards the board. Thankfully there are no ragdoll physics in this. Ah, you're off to find more of your classmates, I believe? Ah, then I know what I'll be doing for the next few days. I need to start planning out a spectacular meal for upon your return. I'm sure that you can do whatever you put your minds to. May the goddess watch over you all. Thank you very much. Yes. I wonder what challenges we'll have when we get to Legram. Because we now know a little bit of the construct of each location, because what we did in the north was set up basically roughly the same as Celtic, with a hidden AP battle at the end. So now that we know that's a thing, we know what to expect. Father Bernard tells me that traveling around the continent during his younger years as part of his training, he says that the experience was a very fulfilling and enlightening one too. I'm sure it must have been a challenge, but I believe that experience is part of what made him the man he is today. I would love to have the opportunity to do what he did one day. I love this village and its people. I'd love to better serve everyone here, so I hope that one day I'll be able to take part in some world traveling of my own. Hey, go for it. It only helps to broaden your horizons, I'm sure. Ah, you're departing on your next journey then. Do take care. Be careful not to become too complacent. I can only imagine the Alliance will be much more on guard for you now. You have obstructed them not one, but in 2 regions of the country after all. That's true. We'll keep that in mind, Father. If you understand, then I have nothing more to say. I will be wishing you well and awaiting your safe return. It may not always be apparent, but the balance of this nation is constantly changing. Take care of your travels, and I will be looking forward to welcoming you home again when you return. Yeah, and we'll be back with everyone in tow, I'm sure of it. And, as of course we already thought of in the last episode, Sarah is probably gonna be in Legram, isn't it? Because that's the last other person I can expect to join us. So I'm hoping she will be there too. That way we can make a full team of Doval, Sarah and Sharon. Maybe Clara's backup. Travel to the end of the valley? The story will advance and it won't be possible to return to Ymir for a while. Yes, I arranged all the courts. I talked to everyone. I think we're good. Yeah. Reboot complete. Returning from inactive state. Awakener and secondary contractor waveforms detected. Well, looks like he's got more than enough mana back now. Yeah, we should be able to use the spirit path anytime we want. I don't think I'll ever get used to this thing. Those soldiers are amazing for sure, but divine knights make them seem downright ordinary by comparison. Well, the Panzer soldiers certainly can compare to divine knights in terms of individual strength. As they can be mass-produced and used in a wide variety of strategies, however, they do have their advantages. Well, after everything we've done so far, I'll bet the Alliance will be more on guard against the Ashen Knight than before, especially since they have a Divine Knight of their own. We'll need to avoid using Valimar carelessly for the time being. Good point. Right, I'll keep that in mind. Still, looking at him, it's hard not to be glad he's on our side. I can't argue with that. After all, it was only thanks to him that we were able to drive the Alliance forces out of North. And he did it in style too. All in all, we are just going to need to be aware of our own limits and do what we can. We can use Valimar in our strategies, but we can't expect him to bail us out every time we're in a bind. That denies us the chance to grow, and we need to do that if we're ever gonna find our rightful place in this war. I couldn't agree more, Rean. Know that I've got your backs all the way too. Anyway, with that settled, our next destination's Legram, right? Well, that's the one. Time to grab the last of us. But just to be sure, could you double check that for us, Valimar? Acknowledged. 2 waveforms detected in Legram to the southeast. All vital signs appear normal. 2? At least it's not hard to guess who those 2 could be. Oh, wait a second. 2? Last time I asked, you said there were 3. He did, didn't he? Oh yeah. Who left the area then? We can exclude Crow for obvious reasons, but that still doesn't completely narrow things down. It's either Eustace, Laura, or Emma. Makes you wonder why they left too. Well, if he can find out where the third one is. My detection mechanism is not perfect. The results can be influenced by energy flowing through the ground. Oh, right. In other words, if the third person is on the move or aboard an airship, he wouldn't be able to sense them. I see. That could account for the discrepancy. Well, I understand that you're concerned, but the situation in Erebonia is changing constantly. You won't get very far if you let yourself waver from something this small, Rean. I'm with Captain Claire. At the very least, we know that 2 of your classmates are there. No need to freak out just yet. Yeah, and since there were 3 before, if we find those 2, they can tell us where the third one went, and more importantly, who it is. I have my suspicions, but I'll leave it for now. Because I think the male in those 3 is going to be the one that isn't there anymore. Just an idea. Let's just choose who's going to go and move, okay? Yeah, you guys are right. Any ideas on who should go or stay? For a start, I think we should stick to travel with the same number of people as we did last time. So 4 of us. Tovel and Captain Claire, I prefer that one of you came along as well. Does that sound fair for everyone? Well, if I may be so bold, I'd like to add my name to the list of choices. Should you agree to let me join? I would be more honored to serve you to the utmost of my abilities, whether Lady Alyssa is with us or not. Actually, that would be great, Sharon. Hey, no matter how you slice it, having her come would be a huge help. Well, that means at least 2 of us will be able to remain behind and survey the village. Sounds good to me. Thanks, Sharon. We're happy to have your help. In that case, you will need to choose 3 additional party members to accompany you to Legram. 2 of those must be class 7, while the last must be Tovel, Captain Claire, or Sharon. After choosing your party, you won't be able to change it for some time, so choose wisely. Yeah, we're gonna stick with what we had, because we made that choice already last time. Time to go. You guys ready to head out? You might find someone's been keeping an eye out on the guild house for me while I've been away. Say thanks to them for me, okay? Not sure if you'll have any reason to drop by, but if you do, I've got a feeling they'll lend you a hand. Well, if our reasoning is right, that next to our class 7 schoolmates like Laura, Emma and Eustace, there might be another adult, which I think would be Sarah. I wouldn't be too surprised if Sarah is then going to be the one that kept up the Brazier Guild there. And, of course, when I say male of the party, I mean Eustace. And the reason I think, or I have the idea that he's the one that's not there, is because when we were in the north, they were talking about Rufus making lots of strides in his campaign for the Noble Alliance, where we were very surprised that he was doing that, considering he was on the board of directors for the Academy. So I wouldn't be too surprised if Eustace found that out as well, and then wanted to go to Rufus in order to, let's just say, ask why he's doing that. Because he thinks his brother is reasonable, so why would he be part of the Noble Alliance, at least in this capacity? So yeah, that's the reason why I think Eustace will be the one that's not there. So, let's continue on. I don't see any reason why we can't. Take care and have a safe journey. Bye-bye. I think it's time we depart, If you would, Celine. Right. Valimar, open the spirit path. Our destination, Legram. Acknowledged. Activating spirit path. And there we go again. I'm gonna encounter something weird along the way. Because that's the thing that I think is gonna happen. At some point something weird's gonna happen and then we need to deal with that. Because Crow can technically use the path as well. So if he was going to use the same path to get to Emir, we'd cross streams, right? Like I said, little ideas that have been popping in my head between editing. Very misty today. Which might help us hide Valimar for a bit. Sure is foggy here. Thank goodness we've arrived safely. And this must be the thick fog that I've heard so much about. This is where we fought that archaism. That should mean we're on the evil highway. Oh really? Well, we've got more than archaisms to deal with this time. The higher element seems to be active in this area as well. Just like they were when that cryptid appeared. Wait a minute. Does that mean something strange is happening here too? My, stay on guard everyone. Following the highway to the south will take us to Legram. Once there, we can ask around to see if anyone has seen anything. Agreed. Alright, let's... Wait, have you been to Legram before? That doesn't matter right now, let's just go. Yeah, she did. It's the episodes of Cold Steel 1 that we saw her traveling in and on the train set and stuff like that. Really amazing. Valimar is sleeping peacefully. I don't think anyone will find him here. The fog should make for good cover, I hope. Indeed. Now that we're all settled, should we make our way to Legram? That we should. And was there any bodies of water here? No, that's not necessary. We got Highway 3. Yeah, we definitely need to have a little bit of a check on if there's water, because I do remember, I think way up here there was like a way to fish, but I can't remember for certain, so we just need to explore a little bit while we go through the area. Accept that. Let's see.
My, what a lovely chest.
Exactly. Let's see how the enemies fare here today. Especially with Sharon doing her part.
Now's our chance. Let's get him.
Very well. This won't take long. Shadow stick.
My turn.
Yeah, that is so way too powerful.
I can do this. Fire.
Leave this to me. Eat that. Now's our chance.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have some fun in this area with this team.
They can't touch us if we're out of range, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shotguns and bows over melees with foes.
Perfect. I like this combination. Team attack from a distance. And did you see that? It's almost level 3.
Oh my, what a lovely chest.
Flame tongue in chest. Nice, thank you very much. Yeah, I think we're gonna focus on trying to get back to Legram first, and then we can explore the entire area later when we have quests here or we need to be there later. But that way we might be able to get other party members back
With
already.
pleasure.
And level them up in the same way as we do now with these.
Our chest.
Got you. Here I go. Ha!
Really countering me?
Right.
How dare you?
Right.
Yeah, since there's a death coming,
With pleasure.
I won't focus on that too
No
much.
problem. Fire.
And I'm pretty sure
made it
there's
out
gonna
in
be a
one piece.
trial chest somewhere in this area, at least one. But we can save that for a later time.
And here's the highway.
We'll need to turn right to reach the town then.
Yeah, I can still remember. And I know there were a lot of enemies here, and since the fog is this thick, we need to be careful. We might miss one or two.
I can barely see where I'm going.
Ooh, yeah, those were the tough enemies.
What a fearsome opponent. Do take care.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm gonna fight it with Sharon.
Careful! This one looks strong. Very well.
And you know why I wanna go fight it with Sharon? Because I wanna see her escort of Death Embrace.
Witness the severing chains. I'm afraid your fate is now sealed. Fall into Death's embrace.
She is so powerful. It's insane. I love it.
That was a cinch.
Great!
True arc slash.
I'm so glad.
Alright, don't mind having some better
Oh my.
abilities.
What a lovely chest.
Yes it is, Sharon, yes it is. Blue scaled mail. Okay, so that's gonna be part of the new setup we can buy at the stores, probably. Yeah, I will definitely be grinding a bit separate in between the episodes so we can buy all the stuff we want.
This will be over in an instant.
And of course to regain Sharon's
With pleasure.
plenty of full CP.
Let's move. Second form. Gale! Now!
Here I come. Right.
Do, 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 do.
You're not getting away. Molten rain! Now!
You're mine! It's my turn.
Ah, perfect.
Take this!
With pleasure.
Let's
Alright, that's good enough for me.
Sit! It's my turn.
Ah, I took it too
Take
far
this.
away.
Right. Fire! May I?
Here I go. Ha!
Okay, it's safe for now.
Ha!
EP charge 2. Thank you very much. Alright, we should be here now.
Is that Legram?
It is. Even in town it's so misty. Well, we're here. It's quiet, isn't it? Is it because it's so early? So this is Sharon's, Laura's hometown, isn't it? It feels sort of mystical. I think I get what Laura meant when she described it as a place of mist and ancient legends. Time to get to work. First order of business is figuring out who and where the two Class 7 members in this region are. We might want to start by asking at the Brazier Guild. Toval did ask us to pass on his regards to whoever was there too. A wonderful idea, Master Rean. Just imagine what kind of useful information they might be able to share with us. Let's go. Yeah, I can enjoy having Sharon in our party. So, is it gonna be Sharon who's taking care of the Brazier Guild here? Because he's more than qualified enough. Excuse me, Is anyone in? Oh my, you appear to have visitors. Oh, come on in. The door isn't locked. A young man. Oh. Oh, hello, and welcome to Legram branch of the Brazier Guild. And why does he look so familiar? Yeah, I know the butler, of course. We know him pretty well, but the young man... Let's see. You don't seem to be from around here. Can I help you with anything? Ah, one moment. You feel awfully familiar. Might you be Laura's classmates from Class 7? Class! Oh, are they acquaintances of yours? Ah, indeed. They are Lady Laura's treasured classmates. I hadn't expected we would meet next meet here. Oh, you must be the Arstede family butler. I believe we share very similar professions. And skill in combat, definitely. Allow me to reintroduce myself to you. I am Klaus, and I serve Viscount Arstede and his family. I am most relieved to see that you are all well and in good health. I'm certain that Lady Laura will be very happy to see you again. Then, Laura really is here? Ah, she certainly is. She has been staying here with Lady Emma for some time. Although, I fear you have just missed the two of them. They left not long ago. So, you're Class 7, I've heard so much about, are you? Sarah and Topher are always going on about you. Miles. Still not enough information. It could just be that his character model is so detailed that he looks familiar, but I don't know, there is something about it. My name is Miles. I'm currently serving as the receptionist here at the Legram branch of the guild. Do you mind filling me in on what you've been up to? It sounds like plenty has been happening on your end. So Laura came here immediately after the war broke out? Ah, correct. She arrived with her other classmates and has been residing here since. And you're all here now as part of a journey to unite everyone, I see. I had no idea that much happened in the shadows of the Civil War, and while I've heard talk of an ash-colored knight, I didn't realize it belonged to you. It sounds like you fought rather well over in Celtic and North. You know about that already? The guild's information network never ceases to amaze. Well, I suppose it saves us the time explaining what happened. Factoring in all that have been seen elsewhere in the country, it certainly does appear that something unusual is happening behind the scenes. Perhaps the strange circumstances in Legram of late are connected. What's happening here? Is something of concern happening here? Yeah, a couple of things actually. First, we have never seen before monsters appearing on the highway. And second, we have this thick fog that hasn't cleared for a month now. That does count as unusual. I know fog here is an ordinary enough occurrence, but fog lasting for an entire month? It's beyond abnormal. Indeed, this is no natural phenomenon. As such, the townfolk are beginning to grow rather disturbed by it. Were the Viscount here, I'm certain he would assuage their worries, but alas. Is he missing? He is. We've yet to hear anything from him after nearly a month. Again, he's probably with the ship and Oliver somewhere. I'm thinking maybe Alyssa's mother might be there too. And I'm thinking they're trying to plan for a counterattack or something, gathering up resources, connections, money, and that kind of stuff. Everything that's needed to set up an army. Well, he left in the direction of Heimdallr aboard the Courageous when the war broke out, and we've been unable to reach him since. Ah, that must have been when he went to Trista. Well, it is Viscount Arstede we're talking about. I find it hard to believe anything could have happened to him. We are in agreement. I am of belief that he is simply biding his time and waiting for the perfect chance to act. I agree. I think so too. Like I said, I'm thinking they're preparing something in the background that when the time is right, they can hit the ground running. It's great loss not to have him here at a time like this. But on the bright side, the Noble Alliance's power doesn't reach quite this far. which leaves us free to focus on dealing with problems like these. Klaus has been a wonderful help in that regard, as have Lady Laura and Emma. They've both been helping out with guild stuff, huh? Do you have any idea where they are now? Well, you said something about them going out earlier, didn't you? Indeed, they left not long ago. Emma said that she sensed something out of the ordinary over at the Lohengrin Castle. After that, they hurried there aboard a boat to investigate. Isn't it the castle we learned about in one of Instructor Thomas's lectures? You visited it during your field study here, didn't you, Rean? Yeah, we encountered some pretty strange things there last time. And only the two of them went there? Yes, I did try to convince them to do otherwise, but they remained adamant. They insisted if we cannot do something as simple as that, how I ever hope to see our friends again. I could hardly bring myself to press the matter any further after hearing as much. I can easily picture it. When she gets an idea in her head, there's no stopping her. Given the circumstances, it's only right for us to go help them. I agree. Let's head to Lohengrin Castle. You're just as I heard you were. I'm sure they will be most relieved to see you. Please, assist them however you can. I will see to readying a boat for you at once. As soon as you are ready to depart, make your way toward the pier. Thanks. We will. Well, let's go and get ready. Yes, and you know what that means? Getting ready means going through the town, talking to everyone, and update our equipment with the store. It's in wartime situations like these that the power of the guild is needed most. I don't have many braces I can send out, but I'll have to be sure to send them the more troubled regions first. That was why I came to Legram. It's easy to get news in the west from here. I didn't expect this to happen though. Leave everything here to me. Please, do what you can to bring Lady Laura and Emma back safely. I don't know how much I can help we of the guild can be in a current situation, but I'll do what I can. Please, do what you can to bring Laura and Emma back safely. We will definitely be doing that. Alright, it means we have our rounds. And I don't think we have enough time to do the entire town, so just like we did in Ymir, we'll do a part of the town now and finish it up next time. And of course continue on by going to the castle. Oh, there's a new kid in town, Nico. We figured he had the makings of a good knight of the junior Eisenritter, so we let him join. We're gonna be playing with him today. So we should probably do something. Come on, Carno, let's get going. Right. There's a new kid here named Nico. He said he came here from the west with his mom. He was so down when he first showed up here. We figured we'd help him to cheer him up. Helping people in need is what we junior Eisenritter do best after all. I don't know what's up with this weird fog. You'd think it would at least kinda eased off by now. Well, as long as it's safe enough to play, I guess it's not worth worrying about. Ah, come on, Carno, let's get going. Right. Alright, how many people are there at the pier? Only those two, so we can talk to them, just not too far, because we don't want to trigger the event. Can we go into the station? There's no reason for us to head into the station, so let's get out of here. Oh, if it isn't one of Lady Laura's classmates. Thank you again for what you did for our Julian back in the summer. You must have gone through quite the ordeal to get here today too. You kids really are something special. Well, we can't take all the credit. We're lucky enough to have a lot of people helping us. Well, no matter how you did it, I'm glad you made it. Fortunately, the Noble Alliance has maintained its distance from Legram. The fog is kind of a nuisance, but I can't argue its effectiveness as a soldier deterrent. Please try to enjoy your stay. Could that be it? Could the fog be some form of protection to protect the town from the invading armies of the war? This is a nice way to think about it, isn't it? That the castle sensed the danger and then made the fog happen? For an entire month. Oh, there are so many strange things happening around here lately. The spirits must be more restless than usual. I'm used to them causing mischief, but this has been going on for a month now.
Fortunately, that young lady Emma might be able to sort it all out. From what I've seen, she's able to sense spirits. She's over at Lohengrin Castle right now, so I wonder if she's anything out over there. All we can do is wait for the two of them to get back from the castle, I suppose. In the meantime, though, if there's anything you have that needs mending, let me know. I'll fix it right up.
Ah, and our first member of the Stalker gang.
I can't get anything dry lately with all this fog. It'll be depressing enough to have the sun blocked out for a month without all of the housework piling up. Come on now, son. Get out here. I've got work to do. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to get all overexcited like that. At least I'm keeping busy. I've been pickling a lot of vegetables lately. In fact, I should go check on them.
Ooh, maybe we can help with that. Because we've been in a pickle more times than I can count during this series. So we have experience. Alright, let's pick the two at the dock as well. Ah, this fork has reduced the frequency of the liner's arrival. There are more liners in operation than there are trains right now, but the cutback is still a nuisance. I wish the next one would hurry up and arrive. I want to get back to my relatives in the Sutherland province. This fork has reduced the frequency of the line's arrival. Oh, I came here from the west to live with relatives until the war's over. Home just doesn't feel safe right now. I hope I never have to see one of those soldiers again. Yeah, we'll leave Klaus until we've done with the town. Ooh, it's busy here.
Nom 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 nom. The fish here is really exceptional. Life's been pretty good lately, all things considered. For one thing, business is booming. With the railway schedule all jumbled up, everyone's short on goods. That just means mine are selling like hotcakes. Changing careers to a traveling merchant was the best decision I've ever made. Especially since it means I get to find all the finest dining establishments. The Vinegar? Sounds so perfectly with the way the fish is baked. This is my kind of town. I'll have to be sure to come back. This town has just the sort of dignified aura one would expect. Until the mansion and the trading hall enter your view and ruin everything. Our seat is little more than a branch school, and it's clear that this master is as lacking as a ruling lord as he is a swordsman. The food here, on the other hand, is delectable. But that's by virtue of the surrounding greenery, so it doesn't even count. I always knew the Arsteed family couldn't hope to measure up to my illustrious lord, and I was right.
Who's she supposed to be? She seems really strong for some random girl at an inn.
Why, she must be a traveler, of course. I wonder where she's headed.
Does she know her? She must be related to another lord in another region. Maybe she's a character from 00? We'll learn more about her.
Oh, just one thing after another. First I get paired up with him, and then I end up getting stuck here. No, I must not complain. No sacrifice is too great if my lord is it for my lord's sake.
Ah, who is him?
Oh, good day and welcome to the Apricots. I've said so much more often lately. I'm starting to get tired of it. Not that having more customers is a bad thing. Mind malaise aside, well, will you be staying the night or just stopping in for a meal? I'll give you some tea on the house either way, but only on the condition that no men even make eye contact with Lady Laura. Forget the tea.
Well, nice to see Laura's popular. You bet she is. Just tread lightly around the girls here. It doesn't take much to incur their wrath.
With the trains and the liners as erratic as they are, a lot of people are ending up getting stuck here. Having lots of customers isn't a bad thing, but it does mean that there are even more men to keep away from Lady Laura. I don't think I've ever been given a more withering look.
No, you did not. This is all your fault. If you hadn't been so slow, would have been back in Heimdallr by now. Now we're stuck here. Possibly forever.
My, what a curious thing to say. If I hadn't been so slow, as you put it, we would have arrived in Heimdallr just in time to be caught up in the occupation.
That's beside the point.
Really now? Then please, by all means, enlighten me as to what this mysterious point is. Go right ahead there.
The only reason I'm in this ridiculous town in the first place is because you said you wanted to come sightseeing. I dread to think of what's becoming of our mansion back in Heimdallr while we're wasting away here.
Oh, if it bothers you so much, why not go and take a look? On your own, of course. I can't imagine you even reached the door before you were arrested, but it's certainly worth a try. My dad's a member of the House of Representatives, you know? Well, he was at least. He's probably had his position taken away from him by now.
No one can take my position away from me. I'm a rightfully elected member.
Whatever you say, Dad. Sorry about all the noise they're making. Trust me, I wish they'd stop just as much as you do.
I can imagine that.
Are you a reader? One of our previous visitors recommended a book to me a while back. I was a little hesitant at first, since it was about gambling, but it's actually surprisingly interesting. I can see the curiosity in your eyes. You should give it a look yourself. It comes highly recommended.
Thank you very much.
We've been getting all sorts of visitors lately. It's a bit shocking to see so many different people in a rural area like this. It really helps you get a sense of just how many people this war is impacting. There's not much I can do for them, but I'll do what I can.
Thank you very much. Of course, ingredients like always.
Okay, let's check the back, because we know there was a fishing spot there in the past.
Or was it at the dock?
No, that was probably at the dock itself.
Even in times of rage and strife, fish swim through our waters all the same. It's a gift we cannot take for granted. While we're at it, please let me share a recipe that will allow you to greatly appreciate how much we owe this lake.
Ooh, thank you.
We've been seeing our fair share of evacuees coming in on the liner from the west. These are horrifying times we're living in, that's for certain.
I can concur with that, old man. I fully agree. War is never a good time.
Alright, let's see if there are any people upstairs.
Ooh, there are even two.
Oh, I'm gonna go play with Julian and Carno. Yay! Playing with them is so much fun. I wish I could do it every day. Where are they gonna be here? I want to play with them now. I was really surprised with all the fog when I first got here, but I'm used to it now. It's actually kind of fun. You can pretend you're going around hunting ghosts and stuff. Our home ended up getting dragged into the war and we just ran. We didn't have time to take anything than what we had on us. How lucky were we to end up in a lovely place like this. The people here are so friendly too. This inn's owner is even giving us a special rate on our room. I don't know what I would have done otherwise, especially since my son is so young. We used to live in a small farming village in western Erebonia. I just only knows what state it is in now. I honestly feared we wouldn't be making it at this point. I'm counting my blessings that we ended up in a town like this. Well, I'm sure they're glad to have you. Alright, do we want to take one building more?
I think I do, because that would be the shop,
Isn't it? Ah, good day to all of you. It's wonderful to see you here. Did you come here from the highway? That must have been quite the undertaking in a fog like this. It's been causing us no end of trouble since it first appeared. Things break much more easily, for a curious example. It's an issue that's been particularly pronounced in Orphans too. I find it creepy, for lack of a better word, but there's not much we can do about it. But on the topic of Orphans, if you have any that need fixing, let Duncan know. He'll get them working in no time. When the war began, we feared nothing more than trouble with Duke Alberea. But before we do it, this fog rolled in. Right now, we're more worried about using the highways than any attack. And that's to say nothing of more ferocious monsters. Fortunately, we have an R-seed student to keep the town safe. How I wish I could join them on their patrols. Yeah, but it's dangerous, so better be careful. Yeah, just going by to see if we have any new items or set pieces. Alright, new Gambler Jack issue 1. No, well, I never. If it isn't class 7. Nice to see you all well. We should be safe and sound here in Legram, so take a load off and enjoy your stay. We've had our fair share of things occurrence around here of late, but that's nothing we can't handle. Well, with the protection of the goddess and the spirits, at least we owe them our thanks for all they've done. We're getting by all right here at the moment. Everyone's been doing their part. Chloe's been a real hard worker lately too, which has been a massive help. Unfortunately, the rumors we hear about the rest of the country are nowhere near as positive. I've even heard that the number of towns in western Erebonia have been set ablaze. Just the thought of it is terrifying. So that's going to be a very interesting region to go over with our people. I hope we do at some point. No new master quartz. Lots of new weapons, new clothing. So we got 4 pieces to pick out of, and yeah, I think we'll probably go with the evade and speed one. Even though it's a little bit lower on the defensive points. But I'd rather have speed and evasion than anything else. That's good. Alright, we'll arrange that in between. And of course the modify orbments is of course with the weapons we buy here. Alright, that's it for today. The rest of the town we're gonna be doing that next time. And the reason I wanted to have the shop today is that I can freely buy all the stuff here and improve our characters along the way. So, next time we're gonna finish up the town, and once we have done that, considering if we haven't opened up a hidden side quest, we'll be going straight to the castle and see if Laura and Emma needs our help. So that's gonna be next time. Until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time. And we're gonna see if our friends need a helping hand. See you then. Bye bye.